I think we got a little tired at the end, but other than that, I thought we did a really good job competing, play after play. Group struggled to score a little bit, but even with that, they did not let that affect us on the defensive end. Right? You see, Jamir Watkins tied and/or set a record with 8 steals. The other night, Alex sets a record with blocks. So we're doing the things that we want to be as an organization defensively. I just thought we struggled to score tonight, but really, really proud with the effort.
Can you speak to Jamir's defense specifically, what you saw from him getting those 8 steals and overall what he did on that?
Yeah, he's a very, very impressive player, very impressive young man, kind of a man of a few words, but he understands that defense is his calling card. He likes it, he enjoys it, he takes the challenge. It's a little difficult sometimes for young players. Everybody wants to come in this league and show what they can do offensively, and from day one, he's come in and he's wanted the defensive challenges. So really pleased with his effort and him leading on that end of the floor tonight.
What do you think makes him stand out as a defender?
His physical makeup. He's strong, right? He uses his hands really well. Physicality is his game. It's his nature, and he realizes that that's his edge. And especially in summer league, he's on the scouting report for defense. Stay away from him, right? Come set the screen. Don't let him pressure. And when you start to get that reputation in this league, right, it'll serve you well in your career.
When you talk about him using his hands, what did you see today? Where did that show up?
It shows up in the stat sheet. He had 8 steals, so, you don't get steals necessarily with your feet or with your shoulders, right? You get it with your hands, you play smart, you defend without fouling. He did a really good job of that tonight.
Hey, Coach, I want to ask about Dylan Jones real quick.
Yeah.
Started today,
Yep.
but, no one else was starting.
Yep.
What are some of the more attractive qualities of his game, and what does he have to do to stick around?
A lot like Jamir, right? He is a very, very physical player, very versatile player. I mean, Dylan can really play anything 1 through 5, big point guard or a small 5. He's extremely versatile. He can read defensively. He rebounds well. So really excited about what he brings to the organization and especially to the Summer League team.
Sure. Is there anything more you want to see out of him?
No, I mean, we put him in positions to handle the ball, probably a position that maybe not the most comfortable for him, but he's always up for the challenge. He's always up to push himself, and so, we'll see him initiate here throughout the rest of Summer League as well.
JJ Johnson got more of a point guard role tonight.
Sure.
What did you see from him? It seemed like a little bit up and down. What did you think?
No, I mean, I liked the fact that he was able to get us organized in certain situations. In Summer League, you have a lot of guys that are same kind of size, length, position-wise, and so you get a lot of reds. People are switching a lot of pick and rolls. So I'd like to see him get downhill a little bit more. But he's extremely aggressive, extremely skilled, and really proud of what we saw from him in a new role. It's not easy to transition roles from going off the ball to initiating to being on ball, but his communication was great all night. His communication with me, his communication with his teammates. So really happy to see that.
You talk about wanting to see him get downhill a little bit more. His skills to twitch, the handle.
Yeah.
What are the things that you need to see from him to get downhill more?
Well, we have to put him in positions for that to happen. Some of that is scheme, some of that is ability, which he has, and some of it is just not settling, right? I think it'd be hard-pressed to find anybody who's not wearing a Wizards uniform out here that can stay in front of A.J. Johnson. And so, he just has to, such a talented player, he can settle for his mid-range, but getting downhill is his thing. He's been really great for us since the day we got him.
Did you feel like he settled a little bit tonight?
I feel like we settled as a team. I know we struggled from the three-point line, 20% from the 3. So your shot profile, you want to get threes, you want to get downhill, and I think that contributed to us not getting as many free throws as we would have liked.
What did you think about the guys who were a little bit deeper on the rotation, like Liam and AJ?
I thought Liam was great. He's played in every game that we've been out here. His minutes have gone up every game. He's starting at the 5 for us right now. He comes out in the first quarter, right? Knocks down a couple threes, really gets us started. So that was really good to see from him.
I wanted to ask about the pin that you're wearing. What does it represent?
It's an ovarian cancer pin. My mother passed away from ovarian cancer May of 2023, and so somebody gave me this pin at her memorial service before I gave the eulogy, and I just keep it with me every game just to keep her with me, keep her close.
Honestly, it wasn't really like a crazy adjustment. I feel like I've been playing the one my whole life, and I think the main thing was just me trying to just go out there and help like all the new guys on our team and stuff like that about getting to the right spots and all that. So yeah, I feel like that was like the biggest adjustment.
How much more comfortable do you feel in that point guard role?
No, I feel really comfortable honestly in both roles, on and off the ball.
You were really pushing the pace, especially once you got on board. You were pushing it out in transition. Is that how you want to play, really fast?
Yeah, no, definitely. Just want to like it's definitely times where I want to slow it down and make sure we get a good shot. But our thing is like we're trying to get down the court.
And AJ, what exactly about your game were you trying to prove in big minutes today, and how did that, coincide with what you've been trying to prove all week in summer league?
You're talking about like what in my game I'm trying to like prove?
Yeah, especially on today when you have.
Yeah, really just everything because I feel like I can really do everything. So I just want to continue to just work at everything and just keep like, every time I step on the court, just going out there and doing it the best I can.
JJ talked about how the team as a whole didn't get downhill enough tonight. Do you feel like you obviously got that ability? How do you feel like you
Yeah,
used it?
no, I definitely feel like, we all have that ability in our team. I feel like we just got to do a better job as a group, just executing our plays and being aggressive and touching the paint, making plays for others, and getting the job done.
Jamir had 8 steals, 3 blocks. What do you say
Yeah,
about
no, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. With the messed up thumb, that's different.
You
That's
got against him in
different.
practice. What stands out to you about the way he uses his hands on defense?
Yeah, no, I would just say just like the aggressiveness that he has, just like staying up in the ball and then like choosing his moments when he wants to go for a steal. But no, 8 steals. That's it.
And as for your, bigger time point guard role, how do you feel about your ability to get downhill once you're sizing up your guy and actually make
Yeah,
a move?
no, I feel like I can pretty much get downhill whenever. So regardless if it's like making a play for myself or somebody else, that's like kind of like the main goal, just to get touch the paint. That's like kind of our thing that we're trying to do. Yeah.
Regardless of how much more you might play in Vegas before the team heads home, what have you gotten out of this summer for yourself?
I would just say like, and altogether just being a leader, like really learning how to like lead our team and help the guys that are new. And while I'm also still trying to learn the game myself, just going into just finishing my rookie year, so just trying to find that balance there.
I would say just hanging my hat on defense. I know that's what's going to help me get on the floor faster, and that's what I do for just play D, and knock down shots on the offense end.
JJ praised the way that you use your hands on defense. What do you think you do well with your hands as a defender?
I just think I got a long wingspan, so I don't really got to do as much. I think I take up a lot of space, and I think that's what the league is about. They got a bunch of versatile two-way guys, and I think I fit that. So.
You also had a tough assignment to start the game. You were guarding JJ Outlaw most of the first half.
Yep.
And you went into a pretty bad shooting day. I think you finished like 4 of 14. What did you see from that matchup?
I think he's a great player, great young player, and that was my assignment for the night. So I didn't look at it as anything other than what it was, and I just took on the challenge.
Maybe not just tonight, but in general. Do you ever ask for assignments? Do you ever want to guard specific players?
Whoever I ask the coaches, like whoever they want me to guard, and that's who I'm gonna go out there and guard. Whether it's a big, a guard, anybody, just put me out there to guard, and I'm gonna do it.
If you could have your way, do you prefer guarding smaller, quicker players or some of the bigger, more lumbersome guys?
I would probably say guards, because it's probably easier for me to shift them to like certain sides of the court to where it's more cluttered and flooded, so I could disrupt the offense. But I'll probably say guards.
You had 8 steals tonight. Which of them do you think was the most impressive and why?
I really don't even remember a lot of the steals, so I don't know.
You had 2 on back-to-back steals.
Yeah, those are probably the only 2 I remember.
Well, there weren't like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So you entered summer league. There were like a ton of prospects all starting together.
Yep.
And now they're not starting anymore. How does that change your role in this team?
I don't think it changed my role at all. When I get on the floor, I'm asked to, play, be myself, and, do what I do on defense and let the offensive side come to me.
Sure. And with your defensive pedigree, how important is it to you that you can consistently hit like that corner jumper like every time?
I think, living in the gym and trusting in my work, that's going to, build and help me get on the floor faster, because I think that's the only piece that was the only question that people had for me coming into the league. So, I think I'm taking care of business on the defensive side. So once I start to knock down those shots, it's going to start to look real good.
2 games left in summer league. What do you want to show?
I want to win, and I just want to be myself, help the team win, and be easy to play with.